And done. So welcome, guys. Welcome to Tribe Time right after NYKO. It feels like this is like the first Tribe Time of the new year, just because like it's after New Year kickoff, and so many things were announced and released at New Year kickoff. And so Anne Marie had the beautiful idea of getting on here and doing just a little bit of a recap. So you guys okay with that? Awesome. So let us know in the chat box if you were at NYKO. I'd love to know who was actually there, who experienced it, or if you watched it live. I guess you didn't watch it live, or if you've watched it with your team leaders, because we all have access to the recordings if we had tickets. So I even had teammates that couldn't go to the event but bought tickets just so they could have access immediately to the videos, which I thought was really cool. All right. So here, hold on, let me get my chat box open here. There we go. Awesome. Yay. We had a lot of people there. So welcome if you're jumping on. So I'm going to do a quick little disclaimer for tonight's call. I hope that's okay. I shouldn't say us leaders, but like everybody on this call more than likely is super, super fired. There we go. See, Nicole, fired up for what is happening right now in Isagenix. It's crazy what happens when you're really, really excited about something. There's an energy you put off that everybody can feel. We were talking today, I mean, my enrollments are already going up just because I'm happy and excited. And I'm telling you guys, there is not a price you can put on excitement. Like if you can bottle that, you could sell it for $1 gazillion. I'm just telling you right now. So I am really, really excited, so fired up, like Nicole said. I know we all feel the same way. And so as we're sharing tonight's announcements and some, great notes that we took or some feelings that were on our heart as we watched NYKO, I want you guys to just do a couple of things, okay? So first and foremost, I want you to write down impressions that come into your heart or mind as you're listening to tonight, because you're gonna receive some inspiration. Maybe you're gonna hear some things that we don't even say, but just come into your heart. It's that creative bug that starts kind of blooming as we get excited and inspired. And so I want you guys to write down things that you feel impressed tonight about. Also, I want you to just keep in mind that, Lolly, maybe you can help me with this. You know those like old 80s workout videos where they had like, the tights and the unitards and stuff, and they were like so excited working out. And there was always like if you can't do this, try that, right? Like there was always like what's it called, Lolly? What's the word I'm looking for? There was always like a way to like make it easier, right? Like a lesser version of whatever they were doing. You guys know what I'm talking about? Please, because I can't think right now. I'm too excited.
I was always doing the beginner version.
There we go.
There we go. Modifications.
Modifications. There we go. So I know that all the leaders are going to just like just say that what I'm like. They're gonna. Anyways, I can't think, guys. I need to like go do some push-ups or something. So there's always going to be modifications, but with Isagenix, one of the things that I've always been grateful for since day one is that the income producing activities that a very brand new person is doing are the same things that our top income earners are doing. And so as we share things tonight and as we get excited and go through this year of trainings, just know that the modifications are exactly what we're already saying, maybe just a little bit less time, less commitment, okay? But they're the same exact action. So don't feel overwhelmed, guys. Overwhelmed for me is just not understanding, okay? Overwhelm is not really having direction and really knowing exactly what you want. So let's be really clear tonight. Write down your impressions so we can figure out exactly what you want. And then your modifications is just maybe jogging instead of running, maybe walking instead of jogging. All right, everybody with me? We good? Okay, so let's just open it up here. I know Nicole and Anne Marie are on the line. Stephanie, we have a lot of leaders here. So what are some of the announcements we want to talk about first? We already went through, I'm sure you guys went through products, right? We want to go through products at all?
I would love more clarification if anyone has in-depth clarification on the reset.
Yeah.
As far as the bonus pools, because I saw a post that said that we get reset into the bonus pools, which I didn't hear that said anywhere. So.
Yes. Okay. So I know, Nicole, do you want to start off with that announcement or help me out here? Okay.
Yep, I love that. So the reset and the bonus pools are totally different things. So I don't want anyone to become confused with that. So I believe that Trisha's going to talk about the reset, I think. The reset pools, totally different. So with the reset, the amazing thing is you get to run for the reset, and then you will be playing in the pools as well. So it's amazing that they've doubled up on that for us. So they're doing away with obviously the big, huge platinum and executive leadership pools where all the people at the top were making all the money, and it was harder for people who were just getting started to play the pools, which I personally, I love. I mean, how many times did Lynn Hagedorn say, get your people paid, right? It's going to be so much easier to get your people paid. So for the first time ever, we have the managers bonus pools, which I'm stoked about. If your highest rank has been, as long as you've never hit executive, the way that I understand it is you get to go back and play in the pools. So if you've hit the executive rank, you do not get to play in those pools. But other than that, even if you played in the director pools before, you get to play again. And all people who have yet to reach executive, from my understanding, and we've done some clarification on this, get to go back and play in the manager pools, right, as well. Mm-hmm. Y'all, this is huge, huge, huge for everyone involved. So you want to, as Lindsay Wyneo said, become a manager factory, right? Get everyone to a manager. Because if you can do that, you can get your people paid, they will stick around. So the requirements for the manager pool are a minimum of 1 enrollment a month, a minimum of 1 rank advancement, and a minimum of 1 growth cycle. This is all in your back office under announcements and promotions and promotions and contests and promotions. So all of this will be in your back office. Everything that you need to know about Isagenix, by the way, you guys, if you're just not clear, there is a section in your back office called contests and promotions, and it will be laid out specifically there for you. So if you're just not clear, or if you want to explain this to someone on your team that's maybe not on the call, and you want to step up on your leadership, that is where you can go to find this information. We don't have any special powers or anything different than you guys have. We just go and find the information as well. Director pools is a little bit different. So you need a minimum of, I'm looking at it right now, a minimum of 1 enrollment to qualify, a maximum of 5. And it's very much the leader in action formula. It's just different for each pool. You need to have a minimum of 1 rank advancement to qualify for the director pools, and a net cycle growth of at least 2 to qualify for the director pools. Each pool will have a certain dollar amount that will be paid out, and it will be based on points, just like the old leadership pools will be. But the exciting thing is there's more money in it for managers and directors now. So y'all, if you have never played in these pools, I urge you to rush to get to manager if you're not a manager, and to just keep working. Do not stop, and go directly to director, and then go directly to executive. The executive bonus pools are going to be a little bit different. They're not actually pools anymore. It's just a bonus. So as long as you stay paid as executive every month, so every month you pay or are paid as executive, you will get $750 bonus. On the 3rd month of each pay period, if you have stayed all 3 months, you will get $1,000. So it'll be $750, $750, $1,000. It's called the Executive Lifestyle Bonus. Y'all, that is huge, huge money. That is $10,000 raise a year, simply for being paid as executive and making sure that you don't fall out. That is a huge incentive for not only you, but every single one of our teammates to get there. I do want to share this, y'all. If you have not gone back and made a list of every single person you've ever enrolled, I urge you to do that now. Reach out to every single person you've ever enrolled, active, inactive. It was said if you could enroll every single person, re-enroll them, no enrollment fee, to get 1 shake, just 1 shake, that it would blow the heck out of your business. So think about every single person in your downline. If everybody was ordering just one product, how much BV would be rolling through your entire organization? And think about it. Those people who have zeros, they said yes to you at one point. So it's not unlikely that they still need Isagenix. They just need to be reintroduced to it. So again, go for the manager pools, go for the director pools, get to executive as quickly as you can. Trisha's going to talk about all the amazing bonuses for doing just that as well. I mean, you could give yourself a massive raise with these two incentives that are running at the exact same time. So I'm going to turn the time over. We don't want to like talk. Oh, go ahead.
If I may, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. And if I may, what I'm also going to have people do is download the IsaLife app when they re-enroll, or if they're active, make sure they have it, because you guys heard what's the percentage of higher order basket when they order through the app. So if we're already contacting them anyway, asking them to order anyway, they're going to order more product. I think, was it 20% or 30%, Max said?
I can't remember, but what great advice. What, I hadn't even remembered that little bit of information, and you know what? I'm going to add that to my conversations. Thank you so much.
20 for sure. I'll look through my notes, or 20 or higher. Yeah.
It was huge. It was a huge percentage. So thank you so much for bringing that up. And y'all, if you have something to throw in, this is not our call. This is all of our call. Jump in and share just like Stephanie did, please.
Yeah. Okay. So that was, the number was actually 38%, unless I'm wrong, because I did write that down. I mean, that's a huge growth, guys, right there. So it was big. Let's see, Lolly, that was, Stephanie was talking about if your people are using the IsaLife app, your BV is increased by a percentage. All right. And we'll clarify that percentage for you guys, or you can just watch the videos and learn yourself. All right.
But we're going to talk about the apps too, right?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Pools.
Yep. So guys, what's really cool about those pools is like Nicole said, there's $75,000 being put in the manager pool and $75,000 put in the director pool. That is so much money. I can still remember the phone call that I got from Jill Bowman when she said I had earned almost $5,000 in a pool. And I was like, wait, I saw that. I thought it was a mistake. Like, I was freaking out. Okay. I love what this company is doing. So huge. All right. So let's go to the reset. I have dates for you guys. I want to make sure you guys have a chance to write these down. So before I share the dates, make sure you have a piece of paper and a pen. All right. So a reset is a big flipping deal. All right. I know Michelle Michelizzi's on this call and she's really excited for this reset, because what happens is sometimes you come into the business and you don't know what you're doing. You miss deadlines. And by the time you know what you're doing, you've missed the deadlines. And so you miss those bonus opportunities. And I love that Isagenix does this, because this is a chance for everybody to get these crystal bonuses and have that awesome little crystal title on your lanyard when you go to celebration with us in August. All right. Or in July, sorry. Okay. So the crystal manager deadline is March 22nd. So write that down. Remember that means you've created 2 consultants, one on your left, one on your right. All right. The crystal director deadline is May 17th. And that means you've created 7 consultants. All right. You've enrolled 7 people and helped each of them to get to director. All right. Or helped each of them get to consultant.
No, it's 6. Director is 6.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's been a long time since I was a director. I think I was only a director for 2 days. Is that right? Is it 6? Wow. Okay. There we go. All right. And then, yeah, that's right. Okay. Because 4 more is executive. Okay. So crystal executive is July 12th. Okay. So you have by July 12th. And there is going to be a major shindig at celebration for everybody that reaches that. So our goal is to hit it by July 12th so we can celebrate together in Salt Lake City, Utah. All right. Okay. So what the bonuses look like for those. Nicole, the bonuses haven't changed on those.
No, they have not. 250, 750, and 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The bonuses haven't changed on those, but one of the things that I want to talk about, and I'll let the other leaders fill in, but one of the biggest things for me is that even if you've already hit executive, you can rerun for executive. All right. So everybody has a chance at these bonuses over again. And all right, all of your current or customers and associates can count towards this, all right? Now, if they've already been a consultant and fallen out, that doesn't count, all right? But if they were previously enrolled and they never reached the rank of consultant, they do count, all right? The last thing that I wanted to share on this is that after you reach executive, what Nicole was talking about, that lifestyle executive bonus, guys, that $750,000, $758,000 is a game changer. It really, really is. And Zach Slobin, you guys have to go watch the recap on Zach Slobin's training, because wasn't that amazing, guys? Like, wait, I'm getting blank looks from Nicole. Wasn't it Zach that talked about? No. Everybody's looking at me crazy, so I'm going to stop talking.
One thing about the executive lifestyle bonus is that we don't have to hit the crystal executive to get that. We just have, for people who have fallen out, just have to get back to executive. So you might hit manager and get your ELB with those first 2 consultants. So that's so freaking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. So I wanted to look at this really quickly and make sure that we're sharing all the right things. Go to isagenixbusiness.com, guys, and it has all the information for that reset on there. Or do what Nicole said. You know, when I first started, one of the first things I did was I went to contests and promotions and I just printed out all those things. So I had them on my wall written. I could refer to them as much as I wanted to. Okay. All right. So what was another announcement, Nicole? Anne Marie, what do we got?
Well, I was going to recap, I took copious notes with all the speakers. So I was going to recap kind of what they touched on that I felt was very important.
Awesome. So let's just finish this part up and do maybe the app. The app.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody want to share on that, or should I go into it? Okay. So I love the apps, and I know these guys are going to just fill me in here what I miss, but I love our apps already. I've been using them. The IsaLife app, the IsaPulse app, the Sales Tools to Go app. They are all being revamped or given a facelift, I guess you could say. The Isagenix Business app was the Isa Sales Tools to Go app. All right. I love they changed the look and the name of it, because I was just like, I don't even know what that was. But Isagenix Business app is now going to contain all the things from your IsaPulse, from your business, from your back office, your blueprints, like your reports. It's going to have so much in there, including your cycle growth, what your team is doing. It's going to have everything right in there. So we're going to have to wait. A lot of those changes are going to happen throughout this next year because they're just making those changes. But the Isagenix Business app is already up and running, and I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. I've been using it all day, trying to get myself really familiar with it, and it has so many great things. You can set up samples. You can send samples straight from the app to people that you're meeting and coming in contact with. I did 2 today, which was really, really cool to just do that. And let me see. I know I wanted to share something else on there. Let me pull it up right now. It's still going to contain all the things you guys loved before if you were using it. But if you haven't been using it, guys, what you need to know is that this app has drip campaigns. It's for prospecting. It's for coaching once somebody enrolls. It has all of your order forms, your PDFs, your product, images for Facebook, for social media. It has all of your videos, podcasts, your business podcasts. It has so much great stuff. And I feel like we've been underutilizing it for far too long, but Isagenix has made it easier. Okay. This is now a free app. All right. So everybody who comes into your business that says, you know what, I want to start sharing, I want to learn this business, they can download this app immediately, and they have access right here on their phone or iPad to all of the stuff, like all the good stuff, guys. And then as they grow in the business and they say, you know what, I want to take this more seriously, then they can upgrade it to the pro version where they can do a whole lot more. All right. And the pro version does not cost very much. I mean, I immediately signed up for it. It's a no-brainer. All right. So with that pro version, you're going to have access to a lot more stuff, including sending out samples and things like that. Okay.
Guys, the onboarding version or thing on there, that alone is worth like literally my weight in gold to be able to walk someone through. I mean, this is the missing piece in all my, like really truly what like Isagenix has missed, is the ability to onboard someone so seamlessly Where before it was like this team did it this way and this team did it this way and this team did it this way. You guys, that app that Trisha just talked about has your onboarding system for you. If you do not have this, you are missing out major. And they do have an incredible free version, so you don't even have to pay for it. But that alone is showing someone and walking through someone for the onboarding, the product introduction. Like, it's just going to take all of the guesswork out. Those people who say, I can't do what you do, you're going to be able to be like, but I just send people videos. Like, that was one of my favorite things that they said is, can you send a video? Oh yeah, I can send a video. That's all you have to do it now. Like, you send them somewhere. You don't even have to know what you're talking about. Golden.
Do you know how the onboarding works? We get people to download their own app. They download their own app, and then it notifies you when they complete the lesson. That is so freaking cool. So we're introducing them to the business inadvertently by saying, hey, you want to have the best success, go on here, complete lesson 1 to start, then it lets you know, and then you contact them again. Oh my God, this is a game changer.
Yeah, and what Stephanie's talking about, another point to that, guys, is the with the business part of this, as they do those lessons, they're actually getting coupons for free product. I mean, so cool. It's like we're giving everybody a gold star. Who doesn't want a gold star? They said it probably tastes better than a gold star. All right, so this is huge. Isagenix is getting so flippin' smart. I love it.
And the flip side to that app is the upgrades on the ISA Life app. Not only can you order from it, track your goals, it integrates with the iPhone or the iWatch and the Fitbit if you didn't know that. But ISA Body now is on there, so people can join ISA Body right then and there. So those 2 apps, everybody should have on their phone, and every new person should have it on their phone, and you should walk everybody through it. That way they duplicate it to the next. You can manage the lifestyle rewards on the ISA Life or the ISA Life app. And you could shop from there one time and manage your auto ship. So, I mean, really, Isagenix stepped up their game greatly with the IT department. So whoever's over there doing IT, I just need to go over there and give them a great big hug because they make it a lot easier. Oh, and then they have an ISA cloud. I'm sure everybody's been getting emails maybe the last month and a half or so. Anne-Marie, how do you like the shake? Do your kids love their cookies and cream? It's time to order more. Every single person ordering is getting those emails too. So that's like extra love for our customers that I didn't know that was going on, until the cloud was really explained to us at NYKO. It's great.
Yeah, and the Ice Body Challenge with that app, it also includes the timestamp on the camera, so you don't have to worry about that, which was kind of a headache before. All right, so lots of little things they're just like clearing up. It just makes it just a beautiful, like Nicole said, a seamless process. All right, so one thing to keep in mind, since we know that our customers are getting those emails from the company, work on the relationship. Like, you get to focus on building a relationship with this person, creating that friendship, that bond, and really getting to the heart of what they want, right? That's what I'm doing, is focusing on that, right? So I can get them to their goals, really vision casting instead of all the extra stuff, okay? All right, and I have to say one more time, Nicole, like what you said about being able to just say, click, here you go, click, here you go. We're not here to be like expert trainers and, like somebody who knows everything. Just push play, send and play, send and play. All right. The other thing with the ISA Life app, guys, one of the things that I've been doing that's been working really well is the second somebody shows interest in Isagenix and saying, hey, let me get some information, I'm having them download that ISA Life app immediately. And it's working for me because it's on their phone. Now they're looking at this app and it's like a constant reminder of, okay, I wanted to start that. So just have them download it, right? Immediately. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Okay, what's next? This was kind of a big deal. I don't know why we've forgotten to mention it until now, but Isagenix just decided, hey, you know what? We're not going to have membership dues anymore. Like, holla holla, and there's no minimum required. Like, they can literally become one of your customers just by ordering a canister of nitro. Was what happened to me today. I enrolled somebody just with a canister of nitro. All right, now I'm going to say, just as a kind of a caveat to that, is we have to be good coaches. All right, we have to be good coaches, because this is really, it's going to be really easy for you to enroll new people because of this. No membership fees. They can order whatever they want. All right, and there's no auto ship requirement for that. No, Stephanie, there's not a requirement. Okay, So we have to be really good coaches so that they learn about the products. We can't just enroll these people and forget about them, because this could become one of your biggest billers or your biggest product order in the future. So let's really work on sharing new products, saying, you know what, you love the nitro, have you checked this out? Watch this video. Like, the recover is amazing. The BCAAs is incredible. All right, everybody got me here? We good? Okay, are you guys excited about this? I mean, 3 enrollments in 2 days from this one announcement. I love it so much. All right. And I'm sure this goes without saying that that's a great excuse to just message everybody, you know, like everybody who's ever showed any kind of interest in Isagenix and said, I don't know what the price, the cost. I'm telling you guys right now that the girl who enrolled today with the girl that enrolled today with a few not nitro, but a few amped products, she will be one of my biggest business builders. I'm telling you right now. And it's because of that $29 off. That's all it took for me.
Well, it makes a difference. If you're ordering 1 canister of shake and then you're paying another $29, all of a sudden that canister of shake, you know, it's a lot. So I think it's a no-brainer to reach out to every single person. And I'm sure that's what we are all doing.
So Trisha, what did you say you're sending every single person? The IsoLife app?
I'm having them enroll, like download that app immediately. So right in the middle
Even if they're not enrolled?
Yeah.
Can they enroll from the app?
No.
Okay.
But they see it. They see it, so it's a constant reminder.
Oh, but they can't log into it or anything.
No, and that's the great thing is this one girl was like, I can't log into it. And I was like, I know, you have to order products first and then you'll have login. And she's like, oh, okay, great. See what I mean? Like, it just works.
That's great.
I want to share something, Trisha.
Yes, please.
So I had a 3-way call with one of my personally enrolled. She had somebody reach out to her because of all the FOMO she created from her social media posts at NYKO. And so she's on a very strict budget, has a husband who's very closed off. He doesn't let her spend money. So it was just so seamless the way we went into the financial part of it. So, I mean, so like having this way of like, let's get you started with whatever it is that you can afford will stair step you into the solution that you ultimately want. But let me share with you how we're going to get your products paid for. And so it was like seamless, like just beautiful. Like, here's how we're going to do it for you. Let's just get you started on a shake. That's fine. We'll move you slowly, but this is how we're going to get your products paid for. It was like just beautiful. It felt just like from the heart, natural. We're just helping you do something, you know? So I think we're going to probably see a lot more people being able to share the financial piece and not feel weird about it, you know? So.
Yeah, you know what, I really do agree with that. You know, I see people all the time that they just struggle with trying to sell like a big pack, you know, and it's hard because there's some of us, you know, I know there's people on this call right now that could easily sell a business builders pack or a value pack like that, right? They're just good at it. They're good at the verbiage. They're good at breaking down barriers, but there's others that struggle. They struggle and struggle and struggle. And it's like they don't have the opportunity to share because of that huge struggle. And this is a way to start building their posture, start building their confidence that, you know, I can share with people. I can enroll people, right? And it's not so hard. So thank you so much for that share. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go through, because I know time is just flying here. Let's go through the keynote speakers, Anne-Marie. I know how excited you are about that. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Because I'm gonna have to jump in a car and drive to karate soon. Okay, so I circled a few that I wanted to go over. So Renee, she was on day 2, and hang on, is that who I want to start with?
I pulled up the trainers too, if you want me to.
Okay.
I think Lynn Hagedorn was one of the first.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just going through like, no, I know she was one of the first. Should I go? Okay, I'll go through all of them. So basically Lynn, was that Lynn's there? Hang on.
I'm loving the notes, Nicole. Just as a reminder, guys, while Anne-Marie gets that, you can actually save the notes of the chat from this Zoom. You just scroll to the bottom and you click on save. And if you want to save those, you can if you didn't have time to write everything down. Okay. So.
Okay. Well, my first Lynn's notes were not that great, but I'll just go through. Do you care if I start with, I'm going to start with Renee. And I know she was day 2. I'm going to kind of pop around. But one thing that she said really stood out. And she said, just because they know you doesn't mean they know your journey or they know your story. And I tend to forget that. Sorry. I tend to forget that sometimes. I think I share other people's journeys, but I think I have to focus a lot more on sharing mine more. And your friends may know what maybe you do, but they probably don't know what you do. So I think getting more bold and putting it out there, I think is really important, and sharing, you know, kind of what got you started. And then another thing with her, she said something with warm market connections. I forget who did cold market, but the warm market connections, she said 3 things: compliment somebody, and then that opens up a conversation. Ask for a referral from somebody. You know, this may not be for you, but you may know somebody who might be in need of our solutions. And then her third is just to be very direct with the person. Connection and belief will fuel the conversation. So I don't know, no, conviction and belief will fuel the conversation. So I don't know. I like that, what she said there. And then she said to find common ground with people, which is FORM, FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. Anybody that you talk to, you could find some sort of common ground to ignite a conversation if you don't know them, which will then possibly build a relationship. Okay, sorry. I don't know what Stephanie just said. Yeah, okay, and I'm just going to go over that. Okay. Kathy Savage. Can I jump to her?
Yeah, did anybody want to share anything from Renee?
I would love to, because that really hit me too, though. People may know you do Isagenix, but what does that actually mean? And I've been that one. I was like, they know what I do, so if they want something, they'll come to me. But do they know? And not only do they not really know what that maybe means, it's like we say, oh, I do Isagenix, like we say it like I'm a teacher, and people should know what the heck that means. But what can it mean for them specifically? And that's where, as Anne-Marie so beautifully said, it starts with sharing our story and then relating it to what can that do for them? Because otherwise it's not really, so what? Oh, you do Isagenix, so cool. That's nice. Yeah.
Well, we're competing in a world where everybody has a job, right? Everybody has a job, and most jobs don't bleed into their friendships, right? But ours does. And so, yeah, they have the mindset of, oh, cool, you do that. But that's it, right? I love that. And I remember something that Angelique Nori taught a couple of years ago that I loved on stage. She talked about how, you know, if you were to ask people around you what you do and what your goals and visions are, like, would they be able to say, like, with clarity, like, what you do and what you're all about, like your passion? And so that's kind of the similar thing. Like, do they know? Do they know?
You guys, I actually asked that question about a week ago on my Facebook. I said, hey, a couple of people have told me they're not really sure what I do. What do you think I do, without naming a company? Because I know some people know the company. It was such a mishmash of stuff. Oh, you're a life coach. Oh, you help the sun come up in the morning. Oh, you sell weight loss shakes. I mean, it was such a mishmash of stuff. But I now have a list of about 40 people to go back to and have conversations with.
That's a great post. High five to you, Stephanie.
Heck yeah, I'll be borrowing that in one way or another. All right. Okay, so
I just want to share one quick thing still, since we're on Renee. You know, I always remember Michael Klaus speaking was it last year? Egg, like, you know, we know, but we forget our new people that are beginners. So I quoted this verbiage that she used, and it's so important because there's such weight in these little statements. Online global distribution business, that's powerful. Like, we throw that out there when we're talking to somebody, because that means we're big. We're just not in Arizona. The second thing, gold standard of nutrition. Third, this is the one I love, an income producing asset. Everybody understands that. Asset. We understand asset. It's an income producing asset. And then this other one was when she talked about trainers. If you're a trainer, this is a no-brainer. Product alignment. that's going to sound like we know what we're talking about when we're talking to a trainer. So when she was rattling those off, I just had to like quote those, because those are important phrases for us to use with people. It will give us posture, and like we know our shiz, so.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, let me just share really quick. The girl that enrolled today, this trainer, she's just an amazing woman. And she told me no last week. She told me, no, I'm moving a different direction. No. And so today I reached out, and I told her before, like, we're going to monetize your brand. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're working so hard on yourself. Like, let's monetize that. But today I just said, you know what? I know you told me no, but I just can't help thinking, like, what product are you aligning yourself with? Like, what is your thing? And people ask you what you're doing. What are you using? And she totally like took her back, and she's enrolling, like, it was really, really cool. And that was
I love that
nugget. Yeah.
I love that.
I said, what is your income producing asset?
Yeah, no, that was one of my favorite ones that I heard. Yeah. And okay, so I'm going to jump to Kathy really quick. Or does anybody else have anything with Renee? No. Okay. Kathy, I loved when she talked about the power, like leverage the power of the compensation plan, leverage the power of the compensation plan is through teamwork, which I love, because back to Lynn, get your people paid, pick who you want to work with. You guys, this is up to us to not only change people's lives physically, but we can lock arms with people that we want to lock arms with and run with, as we all know. And today's economy requires making time and money. The online wellness platform. Well, you just said all this income producing asset. Okay, I guess I should have read that before I jumped in there.
Wait, can I add to that?
Kathy's.
Yes, please
One
add
of my notes, all gigs are not created equal. People in the online space or things like transportation workers such as Uber and Lyft has dropped 53%. So all those people are looking for different opportunities. Like, they're already there. They already have that mindset. So we've got to show them that they actually don't have to trade time for money, right? Like, those people actually have to go out, leave their home, and actually do something, where with Isagenix, they don't have to do that. So that was huge to me, like huge, huge, huge. And I don't remember who shared that, but you just brought up online. Sorry.
What did you say, Nicole? What is not created equal?
All gigs are not created equal. So all like side hustles, like whatever you want to call what you do. I don't call it a side hustle because it's my main hustle, but
right.
All these things that people are doing to create extra income, like what their gig, or it is the gig economy, right?
Yeah.
Like, people are selling on Etsy, they're selling on all these things. So that was really big to me. Like, especially Uber and Lyft drivers down 53%. That's massive.
Yeah. Well, just so much is changing. And if we can just, change our posture to realize this can be a side gig for a lot of people. This is an extra. This is my main income, just like Nicole. Like, this is my thing. But a lot of people are looking for a side income because things are shifting. Lolly was just telling me this weekend, kind of a scary idea, but, I have a lot of good friends that are in real estate. And she was talking to me this weekend about how Amazon is buying like some rights to real estate where people can buy through Amazon, like these homes and stuff. And so, like, what does that mean for our realtors? Like, everything is shifting and changing, and we have to be aware of what's going on and have an option or solution for all of our friends that need an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, right?
Well, I think that was huge. That $300 to $500 is really what people are looking for. And to make sure to have those conversations, because we all assume everyone wants to like be and do like what we are, but the reality is just get your people paid, get their products paid for. Not everyone is looking for that massive amount of money. Like, some people would be thrilled with $300 to $500.
Well, I think it was Lindsay on the closing panel. I think it was Lindsay or Erica said we need to start celebrating more of the small wins. Not just the big wins, celebrate the $15,000 to $50,000. And who was it? James went, he made $17,000 his first year while working a $20,000 job. his second year, he made $24,000. So he gave himself what, like an 85% raise? Like he just kept getting more and more. I mean, and then he realized, you know, then he went full time into network marketing, but that's a lot of money to be making on the side, and then it becomes your main. So I think celebrating small.
And 24,000 is not small. I mean, some teachers barely make that. So like,
no,
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I'm just saying, one of the things that really impressed me about him is he owned his mistake of saying, you know, I used to tell everyone, oh, like, you'll make $100,000, and they dropped out when they made 25, which was a massive amount of money that they didn't make this big number that he was talking about. So, you know, we don't have to like sell everybody on $100,000. Like a lot of people, to add to their current income, if they were earning 10, 15, whatever extra, it's a raise. It's a raise.
Right. And that quote that I shared earlier, that was actually from James, not Zach Slovan. There we go. Now it all came full circle for me. But yeah, that hit me really hard. And I was talking to a friend about it because, you know, I think there's a lot of pressure to come in and be the next millionaire in a year, you know, and to rise as fast as some of our shooting stars do, or to do what we did, because we came in when Isagenix was in huge momentum. And I'm telling you guys right now that we're on that course again to get into momentum again. And I think it's really important to do what James said and be really realistic with people and say, listen, like this is a conversation I had with somebody yesterday. You get to choose your avatar. If you're the mom who's really busy and only has 90 minutes a day, then attract those kind of people. You can create an incredible income just working one at a time with people and showing them how to make $500 a month. Like that's what this takes. And our teams, I'm looking at Nicole right now, but I know that our teams are full of managers. All right. People at that lower level that are such a beautiful gift to our team. Right. So let's start there. And if they want more, awesome. We have so much more. Okay. So I love that. Managing expectations by being really clear about what they want and what it takes to get there.
And I forgot who shared this on the closing panel. But they said, how much money would it be? What would you need to make this be worth your time? Which I like that as a question to ask somebody. And then of course, what bills would you like to pay off or get rid of? I don't know who said that, but.
Was that Erica?
It may have been her.
Yeah.
But, you know, enroll, be a leader and bring people along with you, someone said, which I love that too. Like you have to set the, or cast the vision, you know, but casting a vision, you know how many people have, I mean, debt that would love to get rid of whatever credit card, like, hey, what would it take to be there? And then sit down and work backwards with that person to show them how possible it is, whether it be $500 or $5,000, how you could do it, and then help them do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to be getting in the car driving, but I'm bringing this with me.
Yeah. Sounds great.
I have a thing circled, if I may share. It was just the passion everyone was sharing with this. And they said it's better to share with people about Isagenix and get a no than to not share and miss a yes. That one was like, oh,
that was awesome.
It hit me.
Yeah. You know, and that goes back to what you've probably heard so many times, like, don't make it weird. Like, stop making it weird. I mean, I haven't lost any friends. I haven't lost any friends since I started Isagenix. I've had a few friends that went their own way because they just were weird. They were weird, not me. They were weird. But I have better relationships today than I did 6 years ago. And not all of them started Isagenix. They're still not enrolled, right? So don't make it weird. Don't make it about you. Just move on, right? So I love that, Stephanie. I love what Albie said. Like, I love Albie so much. I loved his training. Anybody have any notes on or things that stuck out with him? And a part of it is because I know Nicole was in that meeting a couple of years ago, and Albie stood up in front of a lot of leaders and shared his story and shared his insecurities. And he talked about how, you know, he was a six-figure earner comparing himself to the millionaires and thinking he wasn't doing good enough when he was making six figures, like in Isagenix. How great was that? And so I love when he said, friends don't pay your bills. Friends don't pay your bills. So
yeah, he said that.
Weird. Yep. And then he said they'll join you later. And I think we are all a testament that happens a lot.
I think one thing you said that is so key, and we saw it all weekend, is enthusiasm trumps knowledge every time. And there were those people on stage who were presenting were literally vibrating. I could feel them. And that's what people are attracted to. It's not saying the right perfect thing and not having your words all thought out. It's just that enthusiasm. It's like when Kathy Cooper gets on stage, obviously she could be speaking a foreign language and I would want to join her in whatever she's talking about.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting that you share that, because you know, that goes back to David Wood. I'll never forget. I mean, raise your hand if you're at the training where David Wood said, I'm 99% positive you're the woman for me. You know, will you marry me? You know? And we're all like, all the women are like, oh, these 1% not sure. Like, we're not looking at the 99, we're looking at the 1% not sure. And so, yeah, enthusiasm trumps knowledge. You don't have to know it all, but you have to believe it. Like, you have to believe it. And if you don't believe it yet, guys, you have to keep going to events, and practice makes practice. Like, keep doing the do and you'll feel it. It'll come alive for you.
Speaking of events, they've changed the Isagenix universities to more local events throughout the country. And University in Action will be in Phoenix and somewhere on Toronto, maybe? There was one in Canada, but if you're on the West Coast, it'll be in Phoenix in March, and then there will be one on the West Coast as well. Y'all, if you've never been to a UIA with David Woods, incredible training. If you want to learn how to become a network marketer, that's where you learn how to become a network marketer. It is fabulous training. They lowered the price for the 3-day training, so that's even better. So it used to be $250, it's now $199. It is a non-negotiable for those people who really, truly want to make an impact in this industry and with your friends, families. I mean, it's just a non-negotiable in my opinion. And then celebration tickets are still on sale. If you haven't gotten those, you really, truly have to get your celebration ticket.
There are 500 tickets left, and they haven't had Canadian celebration yet. And I don't think they've opened it up to the Zija folks who are based in Salt Lake. So if you don't have a ticket, get some now.
Yep, get a couple.
Dang, that's a good point. Those 500 are going to go real fast.
Does anyone want to go over that, Zija?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless somebody knows more about it, I've done a little bit of study on it. I know that, I mean, honestly, I'm just really excited about it because it's a company that was 100% plant-based. So it's a plant-based company. They have very similar values and systems that we do. Like they're after the same goals as we are, except they were 100% plant-based. So this is just a beautiful marriage, guys. It's going to bring a lot to Isagenix. It's a huge opportunity for us. And you have to realize not only are we getting the company and the products, but we're getting all their research, like all of the good stuff that they've been spending years and years and years developing. So it's a huge win for Isagenix. And for Zija, all I can think of is like, it's like they just got adopted by Daddy Warbucks. I mean, like, they're so lucky. But there is, you know, just don't go after, they've asked that we don't go after their people right now because Isagenix does have a contract, like they have a plan. So just don't go after Zija. That's not what we're doing right now. Okay.
So I wonder what we're supposed to do if a Zija person approaches us, because my chiropractor texted me like literally within 24 hours of it getting announced.
Wow.
And he said, I'm already in Zija, but I want to work with you. How do we make that happen? I'm like,
there's no way. From my understanding, like they have their own system. If he's already enrolled, they've asked us not to do that. They were specifically, they want to protect those people. Because
I would just say thank you for the compliment. You know, I would just, you know, value that. Thank you for that compliment, the honor for you reaching out to me. I'm going to work at the company and we'll do it the right way, you know, and maybe ask an Isagenix business, like just say, this is what happened. What should I do? And I'd love to know the answer to that.
Well, they have an upline, you guys. So you got to think about that. If it was turned, you wouldn't want someone coming and doing the same thing to you. So you want to honor the fact that they have an upline that's coming over with them. So we wouldn't want to like create bad juju. Right.
For sure. I mean, it's like getting a stepbrother and stepsister, right? Like we want to do this for Nicole, don't be scared. It's going to be great. But I mean, truthfully, for them, I'm sure this is really hard for the associates at Zija. So we have to be really careful and just very kind about it all. Okay. What else, guys? Like,
well, I don't have the tile in front of me, but they also announced a 1-day, what's the name of it? Isagenix, not university, come on, help me out.
Yeah, it's replaced. It's $69. It's replacing the Isagenix University. So they're more local, and it'll be 1 day, and it's $69.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I say, guys, just to go off what Nicole said, the University in Action is my very favorite event. Like, if you want to build your posture, if you want to understand what it means to be a network marketing professional, if you want to be able to do cold calls better, like all those things, it's not an event where you just sit and listen. Like, it's an event where you're interacting and you're working with partners and groups, and it's just a really fun event. Like, honestly, I've gone to like 6 or 7 of them, and they never get old. They're so fun. All right. They're just great events. And we're so excited to have it here in Phoenix. I know not everybody's in Phoenix, but what if we just pack the house? Like, what would it do to your business if you put a lot of energy getting people to that event in March? Okay. What would it do? A lot.
But they're smaller, y'all. There's only like 500 that are UIA. So if you don't get your tickets, you will miss it.
Yep. Amen to that. Okay. And if I were you guys, I mean, one of the things that I did at the very beginning of the year was go into Isagenix Business, go into events, and I just started putting everything into my calendar, like everything, because I have a team blowing up right now in Vermont because of Michelle McAlizzi, and I want her people to know about events that are out there on the East Coast, right? So you can't just worry about yourself as a leader. We're not just here to get events for ourselves. We're looking out for our team, like what's happening globally and what can I get my team to, okay? So think about that. Put stuff in your calendar. All right. Anne-Marie, I know you're driving, but what else? Nicole?
So one thing that I'm going to kind of just look at my notes really quick. I wanted to talk about what Alvy said when he did Facebook. So I'm just going to kind of remember. He covered social media, and it was friend 4 to 6 new people a day, not Isagenix people a day, new people a day.
Now he didn't call them friends, he called them civilians.
He called them civilians. Yeah, 4 to 6 civilians a day. Don't post politics. Keep it happy and uplifting. And then pick your 4 or 5 things. Like, I know I've been good friends for many, many years, and I always see Faith. I see the Lord. I see his family. I see his workouts. I see him honoring other people's and that's one thing he really drove home, and I think it's 100% true. Like, people want to know you. You know, what's that? Be what is it? Be interesting, be interested, not interesting. And then he also said to clean up your Facebook. Make sure your picture is you, and your face is not of like your cat. You want to rotate your pictures frequently for the algorithms to kind of reset, or I don't know. I'm not looking at my notes. I'm kind of going off the top of my head, but those are his social media kind of do's and don'ts. So if you're negative, always around, you know, like you want to attract, you know, just no to negativity. Oh wait, here's a red light.
Your signal's kind of cutting out pretty bad, Anne-Marie. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very.
Okay, but I know, I know Nicole. No, it's okay. Just so you guys know, if you didn't know, Nicole did a training a few weeks back on social media, and it was amazing. Like, she hit all the same points that Alvy was talking about and more. So you can find that on the YouTube under One Team Leadership with Nicole Hammontree. But Nicole, do you have any thoughts from Alvy's shares?
I loved his share. Loved it. One thing that Anne-Marie, I'm sure she would have said if she could have seen her notes, was make sure that people can see your eyes. So you, like, some people post their whole body, but you like, your eyes speak so much to people. Like, I actually posted a post last night, and someone said, your eyes, there's so much emotion in just your eyes. So you don't want to post, your actual picture should be you. And then your cover photo should be what you're about. So that's huge, huge, huge. And I think he even, he touched on that. So it shouldn't just be randomness. You want your Facebook page, like when someone comes there, you want them to feel comfortable with you, that you want them to get a sense of who you are and what you're about. So that's why if you're rambling about politics or negative or you're airing your dirty laundry, like that is like, think about if you meet someone in public, like first impressions matter. So you do want a nice, clean, professional looking photo for your profile picture, and your cover photo needs to tell what you're about in some way, and it can be one of those pillars that he was talking about. He called them something different, but those 4 to 6 things that you are all about. Like Trisha, she's faith-based. It's her family. Like you go to her page, you know what she's about. That's what you're looking for. And the other thing would be is have someone you care about go to your Facebook page and really just look it over and say, can you tell what I'm about? Can you tell? Is it a good feeling? Is it welcoming? What do you feel when you go to my Facebook page? Have someone you don't know that's not even part of network marketing maybe, because they're going to be super honest with you.
Yeah, and that's one of the greatest things that I think Nicole did for me just the end of last year was she went through my profile and was like, Trisha, you're this and this and this and this. And that's an opportunity for you to go, okay, is that what I want people to know? Or am I missing a mark? You know what I mean? Like she actually asked me, she's like, you're not posting a lot of faith-based stuff, but I know that you are all about faith. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize that I wasn't doing that. So good. And I appreciate Nicole's help there. So yeah.
One thing that he said that I've been preaching for a really long time, and I get a lot of pushback on this, and it's not meant the way it's taken. Y'all, if you have all Isagenix friends in your Facebook profile, you're missing the boat. And I will tell you, I've gotten so much pushback from it. But he said it from stage last night, and it's true. Stop friend requesting all Isagenix people. Follow them. There's a follow button. Follow Isagenix people. Friend request people that do not have Isagenix in your life. You can hate me for it now, but I promise you that it will pay you dividends later. Like I've gotten a ton of flack. It works.
I get pushback on this big time as well. And what I tell people is your newsfeed is full of Isagenix people, and one of your friends might be pleading for help on Facebook, and you're not seeing it. You're not seeing their prayers. You're not seeing their pain because you're connecting with all these Isagenix people. Put them on a list. Go look at their, read the post you want to, and then have your newsfeed be people that you want to connect with. So I'm so glad he said that. I'm so glad he said that. I unfriended a ton of ISA people, and I think it got a few people out of their noses out of joint. But like Nicole, I follow you instead of friend requesting, and I see your posts, and it's lovely. And the other thing that he didn't talk about, but this is I've done a ton of, I've paid for courses and taken a lot of training, and this is, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on this. I know that we do occasionally comment on each other's posts, and I think it's great. However, what I've heard is that if it's only people from your business, like if we do those, hey, I'm going to make a post, everyone from this group go comment on mine, Facebook sees through that. They see you're with the same company. Anyone who's smart enough will go click and see, oh, they're with us. Every single person who commented on the shake post is with Isagenix, and it doesn't serve us in the long term.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think the main thing is what you already shared, like Aldi said, friends don't pay your bills. All right. So all these friends that you have that are not in your business or they're in somebody else's business, like you're spending your time. If you only have 90 minutes a day to work and you spend 20 minutes of that on other people's stuff that won't ever pay your bills, like you're wasting time. You're wasting time. So yeah, I do the same thing. I follow a few people, but I'm not friends with that many ISA people anymore. And it's taking a long time having to go back and unfriend people. So just learn from us, like learn right now from us. And if somebody friend requests you in Isagenix, it's easy to just send a message and say, thank you so much for the friend request. I know you're doing the business too. So I would love to follow each other, and just leave it at that. We'll get it. Yeah. Okay.
One thing, I know we have to get off because we are going to honor everyone's time, and Trisha has to be somewhere. You go, I watched a training recently from a bunch of really powerful network marketers, and they said 2020 is going to be the year of bold. and I've put it in the chat many times now. If you are not bold in your actions, if you're not bold in your asking, if you're not bold for asking for referrals, if you're not bold in what you are doing and putting into the world, you will be left behind. Everybody on this call should be, just think about if the person that invited you to Isagenix had not invited you, what your life would be like, and be bold in your actions in 2020. No matter how, you feel about yourself, it's not about you, it's about them. Like when you want to second guess yourself, it's not about us, it's about the people that we can help. Be bold this year. Go for it, be bold, be big, be beautiful.
Bold and beautiful. I love it, guys. Well, I'll let them close out, but thank you. And thank you, Nicole, for keeping us on time, on track. Guys, I just want to tell you that I am so grateful for Isagenix. Nicole, we've been talking so much over the last few months. And one thing I'll just share that really just was on my heart all weekend is that Isagenix, if you've been with us for a long time, if you're new, awesome. You're like here at the right time. If you've been around for a long time, it's like you go through this like beautiful honeymoon, everything's new and exciting. And then there's a little bit of counseling that happens and you have to learn and grow and like repent of your mistakes. And now we're entering this like beautiful marriage where everything's coming together and we're getting really clear and really focused on what's most important and why we're here. And I'm just telling you right now, I am never going anywhere. If you ever question anything, don't ever question where I'm at and where I'm going. I am with Isagenix. God led me here. I'm not going anywhere. I know I'm in the right place. I hope you do too, because we can do incredible things here together. So thank you guys for joining the call. It's been so amazing. Nicole and Marie, anything you want to finish up with?
Great awesome call. Thank you for everyone.
Yep. The link is in the chat, guys, if you need the link to share. Otherwise, just go to my name under YouTube and search for One Team University, or sorry, One Team Leadership. This one will be called One Team Leadership January Recap. Okay? All right. Good night, guys.